Okay, let's get going. You have to excuse my finger. Sorry, I sliced it. It split open just right down the middle. So pretty gnarly. Okay, let's look at what is what is tonight's message. The fronts of these cards match kind of the back, so they're really hard to tell if they're all see like this. Okay, well that happened for a reason. So my yes no deck. So if you had a question, the answer is yes. And the answer is unlock the potential. Keys are available. Whatever your question was, the answer is yes. And this card, the reason I say that is because this card is totally different than, but it was mixed up in here, and things don't happen accidentally or ironically. They happen for a reason. So there's an answer for you if you came here wondering about a question. All right. Okay, let's try this again. What is the message that we have for the collective on this Wednesday? All right. Let's see. Okay, what is the message? Hope everybody's having a great night, great day. Guess what? The week's almost over. By the time you're watching this, it'll be Thursday, and then you'll only have a couple days left. Okay. So shame and guilt, feel them without judgment. Mistakes do not define your worth. Compassion and acceptance. So maybe something's happened and somebody is not feeling so good about themselves. Lack of awareness, missed chances and unseen risks. Seek facts and stay open-minded. Insight and opportunity. Okay, so doors are unlocking. You guys are finding the keys to opportunities in this lunar eclipse energy. I was wrong yesterday. I thought that this energy, so let me explain something real quick. There's big cycles, and then there's like all of these smaller cycles, is the way that Steve's Love Tarot explains it. And we have a new cycle that just started yesterday in the lunar eclipse energy. Okay. And I thought it went to the 1010 portal. That's a different cycle. This is actually the cycle, and passing this message on from his read. This cycle actually goes from, it's a big one. It goes from here until 2027, the end of February. So whatever's going to be happening in this energy for you, it's not until the 1010 portal. It's way longer than that. So my bad. That's another little circle within the, a little cycle within the big cycle. So there's a bunch of different cycles, not just one. Okay. That's why I believe that all the different little cycles that are within the big cycle are different timelines that we're on as well. And that's why, something that's happening up till, for my timeline that I'm on right now, the lunar eclipse goes until 2027. Okay. I mean, that's how I've identified my cycle as my, the cycle that I'm on as the one that goes until 2027. So, just some cool information about the cycles. Okay. And one more. So we have shame and guilt, lack of awareness, battle within. So somebody is really struggling right now within themselves. There's some really low vibrational energy. I'm hearing forging the fire, like this burning away toxicity, and like when the phoenix rises from the ashes. Right now there's just like, so they could be having tower moments. This has now caused this battle within, and it says the greatest war you wage is against yourself. Pretty cards, but looks like he got stopped. Like he thought he was climbing a mountain, getting past some issues or challenges, or this could be you, and to reach an end and not even be able to go down the other side of the mountain, but have to backtrack. Now, again, I say, like I always have, those who have been with me for a while, that I don't believe in the word regret. Now, there can be paths we go down because of lack of awareness, and we end up in this, like, okay, that was not a real productive, or that didn't get me far, but the lessons that you learn coming back prevents you from going this way again, from choosing that choice, from going that direction. So, and then you do become aware of um, at least not going that direction again. Now, if you don't learn that lesson, then you're just repeating patterns and cycles, because if the universe doesn't want you to go this way, doesn't matter how many times you try, it's not going to let you. Okay. So this is something that you need to think about. All right. So let's look into this. Now, I'm going to use this new deck. I really think that this is cool. And this will go to show you that. So the thing that I say about tarot is you could use the art on your wall and read tarot. And what I mean by that is everything in the universe is given to us. Everything that you see, everything is symbolism. So these cards, this deck of cards, is about locations, but yet they still give meanings that are still very classic meanings in the oracle decks that we're all familiar with. So I'll show you. So what is the current situation with the collective at this time? What's going on with them? They're stopped. Okay, so right now the collective is either the collective or their person is at a standstill, parking lot. Okay, and this says parking spot, park and go, parking garage. Somebody is not leaving. Somebody is refusing. Like, they're not. It's just black and white. It is like, nope. Right now. I'm stopping. I'm holding on for a minute. I'm pausing, and right now I'm just trying to rest and kind of charge up again. This is going from, as you start to recharge and start to fuel yourself with creative ideas or direction to go, this starts to light up all different facets of this creativity, and that in turn creates, like yesterday, if we're connecting all the reads, yesterday's rose in the Pisces, the colors start to create more of a depth. So you're going to see things start to bloom and become, more colorful. This is a very quiet energy to me. And even this is, because this reminds me of like in the middle of the night. So another thing, this could be some type of reflection. You or your person is maybe up at night and getting these epiphany moments, or in their dreams. It takes people to come into the parking lot and start moving, or moving their cars out of the parking lot. And it takes people to start pulling up to the gas station, and really using what they're learning, using that fuel to take them places. There has to be some type of action, and not just this. Okay. All right. I like these cards. These cards are really cool. Okay, so tell me now about what's the block right now for, besides shame and guilt, what's the block at this time for the collective or the collective's person? Waiting, harvesting, collecting knowledge, really trying to collect a harvest of knowledge to understand, so that it's still like all of these lights, collecting information either about whether somebody is researching or looking somebody up or figuring something out or starting to understand something. There's some type of, documentation that's needed, or things that need to be signed, or, unfinished business that needs to be harnessed and, completed. Again, this is not an act. This is very much within, because there's nobody in the library, right? There's nobody there that's actively moving this information, but there are people here. And so it is going from these points in life where we do need to stop and recharge. But the block right now is that we're waiting for, well, I wouldn't say we're waiting for divine timing, because this is divine timing now. What's happening is that some people are, whether it be you or your person, is just continuing to collect and stay in the library, continuing to stay put here in their head or internally or subconsciously and thinking that they need more information. This could also be you. If this is you creatively, where you think that, I can't start yet because I still have to collect information. I still have to gather the knowledge. I'm still learning. I'm still learning. I'm still learning. Well, this is the block that I asked the universe. You are blocking your abundance and your harvest and bringing this in right now because you're still in the library. You're not getting out into the field to start, harvesting what you've learned or what you know already. You're not trusting yourself. And so this is causing a real blockage. So whatever your person is thinking about, or this is saying you have the knowledge, you know what's going on. There's been plenty of time. It's divine timing now, and now it's time to start doing something. This could also be that somebody is not understanding how to separate what is that saying? The wheat from the chaff. I don't know that word. I'm gonna have to look it up. Basically separating the toxicity and from the things in life that are good and for your highest good that help you grow. And the reason for that, it's not just a saying, like a foo-foo saying. I'm talking about vibrational energy when it comes to decisions and directions, okay? And somebody who's not making good decisions, they're incurring karmic debt. And what they want to do is if you want to be on the same vibration as them, right? They're here and you're here in vibration, not in elite status or whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's not levels of who's more important. It's just vibrational energy, just like any vibrational, like any vibrations. You have to tune a radio and come into alignment, right? So that you can hear what's on the radio. Well, it's the same thing about to meet people, to have things go successfully. You can't keep being pulled down to this lower toxic level with people who pull on your energy and who want to meet you, but they're not making good choices, so they can't meet you up here. So they pull on you so that you can meet them down here, and then you go through the damn cycle again. So that's the reason that's important to know. Okay, so tell me more about the collectives person. Tell me more about the collectives person. What are they feeling shame and guilt about at this time? Because of so I've got gym, river, and heartbreak place. Although gym is a good place to be, it looks like maybe, oh, I know why. Okay, so again, you can read from anything. So gym, river, and heartbreak place. This is crossing this. So there's a lot of emotion, but somebody is being strong and holding in their emotions. They're not like as they feel shame and guilt, their heart, so this green is heart chakra, their heart is starting to, and water is emotion, okay, so their heart is starting to break open, but there's a real resistance. Being in the gym and lifting is about resistance training, right? And they're being very strong-willed, they're stubborn, but with this heartbreak, right? And you can see the water here, this heartbreak that's from the shame and guilt is causing their heart to, and as I said a couple reads ago, I think, their heart is being ripped open because of the shame and guilt. So this tells me that your person's vibration, if they're still staying in this low vibration, this would still be land. This would all be land. There would be no water running through it, right? Because they've been pulled down to that foundation, okay? And that land, that lower vibration hanging out there. Not that land is low vibration. I'm just saying, like, in this scenario, right? Talking about that, by staying strong and being like that King of Cups in the traditional, Rider-Waite Tarot, that is unavailable, emotionally unavailable, right? So choosing not to share emotions, not to talk about their feelings, there's repressed emotions, a repressed energy that gets locked down. And so, but what's happening is your person is not so here you are, if you're vibrating high, making, if you're a high vibrational person, all these, like TED Talks and people on TikTok and YouTube, Joe Dispenza, Andrew Huberman, the Diary of a CEO, Jordan Peterson, all of them talk about high vibrational people and making good choices and whatnot. And so if this is telling me that your person is trying to, in regards to shame and guilt, if this is about you or about any type of relationships or decisions they were making within your connection, they are rising. And as they're rising, it's breaking their heart open, because that's a high vibrational stance to take, is to share and be vulnerable and share your feelings, right? That's a high vibrational person who knows that there is strength and not weakness, unlike what so many people have been taught for generations after generations after generations, is it's weak to show emotion. It's weak to cry. It's weak to be anything but staunch and hard and right. No, that is misinformation. It actually is the other way. It takes strength. It takes character. It takes a high vibrational person to show emotion, because vulnerability is hard to do. And so to be able to show what's hard to do, it takes strength to be able to show that. And that has been a misconception for a very long time, generations ago, where parents or grandparents, and you don't know what you don't know, so we can't blame them. But my hair is driving me crazy. Taught taught little boys how to to not cry, because that's weak. You're being weak. You're not being a man when you get older by crying. And the thing is that they were misinformed. Those were childhood downloads that the universe is trying to break in all of us, whether male, female, it doesn't matter. It is important to share your feelings, because that is repressed energy that's pushed down. And that is why we have so many issues with people with rage issues, or like these violent tendencies or mental health issues, because they've repressed this energy for so long, because those were the downloads from when they were a child of what they were supposed to do, right? There's those ancestral chains that we are here to break. So beyond my rant about that, because I feel very passionate about that, I never taught my kids they couldn't, and not saying that I'm anything special, I just understood it. And I'm trying to help other people understand that too. And that is a high vibrational person. So when emotions are shared and vulnerability is broken open, their heart is broken open, and that vulnerability is there, it's important for us to reaffirm that takes a strong person to be able to do that. It is not a sign of weakness. It's actually quite the opposite than that. And that's what's happening here with River and Jim. Okay. Now, of course, you could get into like basics of reading the cards, which your person could work out a lot, spend a lot of time at the gym. Maybe there was some relationship or something happened and they met somebody at the gym. I mean, and they feel guilty for it. Maybe there was an affair that happened. I mean, you can get into all sorts of things like that, but that's not how I initially took it, because this is about loss, love, and grief, memories of heartbreak. So I do believe that, and I'm also getting that there's this push-pull, this is about resistance, and this is about flowing. Okay. So it's that push pull within us. It's our head versus our head and being strong and strength and physical, versus heart and flowing and just going with whatever. It is the push pull, the head versus the heart, the practical and logical versus the emotional. It's that contrast that they haven't been good at balancing out, or you haven't been good at balancing out. And that has caused a lack of awareness, right? And then to end up making low vibrational choices, which causes shame and guilt. Okay. So there's that. Let's look at, oh yeah, we're on 35 minutes. Sorry. Ooh, I rant quite a bit, and I'm sorry. I'm going to edit this a little bit. Okay. So let's look at, what is the collective's person thinking about them right now? What do they think and feel about you? Is that you've opened up communication for them. Maybe you've already talked with them, or they can just feel it energetically that you'd be willing to talk with them. Let's see. So they understand that you're pretty good about having a good balance between, speaking your emotions, and that maybe there's a message that they want to deliver about, that they are becoming more balanced, and they're trying to become more open-minded. Maybe they've been broken open. This is like maybe there's an awakening that has expanded, because this says open expanse, grazing grounds, sunlit grass. Maybe there is some type of knowledge and understanding, because lack of awareness, yet they see you as having quite an awareness, an understanding, and expansion of the way that you see things, and you're good at communicating them, right? Their heart is opening. Grass is green. Their heart is opening. So you could have sent them, or they could have received some type of gift or package. This could be in the form of something 3D and physical, or this could be obviously in an awareness or an acknowledgement of some type of silence. That could be in sharing your feelings. Maybe you haven't shared your feelings and they want you to communicate your feelings. Maybe they know that you want them to communicate their feelings. But post office in Grassland, is about some type of transference of information. Okay, so then let's look at, so this is how they see you. Okay, this is how they see you. Now let's look at, so where's this going? Like what's going to be happening in this energy? Is it just going to stay where it's at, where it's just like just reflection, or where's it going? Okay. So as I was shuffling, these two popped into my fingers. So temple. Okay, so when I was talking about spiritual awakening, maybe they are starting to awaken. You can see the light starting to light up the dark corridors area. And the more and more that you start focusing on yourself, and you continue to focus on what your needs are, what your path is, that lights up energetically for somebody else their path if you're connected to them. So you don't have to be with somebody actually doing something in the physical for somebody. You are energetically doing so much for the collective because of all the people you're connected to. And as you're focused on yourself, it's lighting things up all over the place for everybody. Okay. That's how we're raising the vibration in the world. And helping each other. Okay. Go to Joe Dispenza's talks. He has I'm sure he's done a million of them, of the manifestation or the meditations that they've been doing. If you're a science person and you want proof, they have major universities with their scientists who are documenting this happening. And I'm going to tell you what it is. They are doing massive meditations in one area of the world, and they are consciously documenting, because they know that, like, they set it up, they know that this event is going to happen, and they do this massive meditation, and they have subjects, and they have scientists, and they have people that are at another location in the world set up to, and the meditation is harnessed and set up to focus the energy towards, so they're all focused on like the subject or what's happening over here, to see if it will make any difference. And they are getting scientific proof of change in not only the people there, but they are documenting data of what's changing as this event is happening for meditation. And the scientists are being blown away. Go watch Joe Dispenza's information on that. It's incredible. So, and I talk, meditation and reflection, spiritual guidance. I didn't know that said that. I mean, I could imagine being temple, but through this reflection, right? This lack of awareness, but as there is these epiphany moments, and you focused on yourself and becoming balanced, not only in the 3D, high vibrational, but also in like a higher, the 5D is just a higher like consciousness. It just means that you're raising your vibration and it's a higher level. Okay. As you're doing that, oh wow, look at this. So you're connecting the dots is what I'm hearing. You are starting to put the puzzle pieces together. The universe is starting to fill in all of these gaps, okay? All of these little gaps of maybe information you didn't have yet. And so you and your person are starting to put puzzle pieces together, epiphany moments. It's like aha moments. Oh, I get it. Puzzle pieces. Oh, this is why this happened. Oh, I see now why this has happened, because look at supermarket. Look, they're all connected. Okay. Now, these lines of communication or information are connected while other ones are starting to light up. And, these ones are still gaps. So you don't have all the information. We'll never have all the information in our lifetime. But as you continue to become high vibration, the vibrations are going to connect, right? That frequency is going to become a solid frequency instead of like interrupted or static. And these are high vibrational lines of information and epiphanies or information that downloads, right? And the opening up to spirituality. So that's parking lot, sorry, that's my library. Where are all my places? The temple. Going from a black and white color to this, right, to being lit up. This tells me that this is where we're going, because there's multiple spiritual awakenings that you have in your lifetime, not just one. But this is also through their awareness in this battle that they're fighting, as they start opening up, as they start raising their vibration, breaking open vulnerability in their heart chakra, to start seeing things and patterns and things that aren't working in this battle that continues to that they wage inside themselves. This brings connection and spiritual awakening, and they start connecting all the dots of, okay, wait a minute, I'm going down the same damn path, I'm doing the same things over and over again, and I am getting nowhere. Why is this happening? How do I need to change it? And they're recharging, right? And they're starting, and in doing so, this is opening up emotion, which is opening up like coming out of the box and seeing things a little differently, seeing perspectives, being that hangman and seeing things, going from a stuck stagnant parking lot to then starting to become something that produces high frequency, high vibration connections in childhood downloads or chains that have putting things together, vibrational connections, communication, sharing feelings, breaking chains of old ancestral patterns. This could even be producing great knowledge about the situations that they're in or the people that they're around, because this is high vibration, high frequency, to have light up this dark tunnel or this dark path that they've been on, going to something that's producing for them abundance and knowledge, being stuck and stagnant in this dark place. Okay. So I am going to do an extended on this, because I want to see what the potential outcome is of this. If this continues, I want to know what this message information is about. I want to know where this is going to lead to for them and for you. I want to know the potential outcome once they get this knowledge, what the harvest is going to be, and potentially what they want to say or convey. I mean, it'll be different for everybody, but obviously there's heartbreak, and but things are starting to flow. If you can't go to the extended, that's okay. I will just catch you on the next video. Thanks, guys. Bye.